go long.
I go mid.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Learning CSGO as a CS veteran. If you remember in the last episode, I had to apologise for my voice as my throat was hurting. I thought it was from being in a smoky environment when I'm not used to smoking. It's actually turned into a full-on cold, so I might sound a bit blocked up or a bit snuffy this episode, so apologies for that. But on to this game, and it is a bit of a strange game, so I'll try and explain my situation to you now. So I had a spare 45 minutes, and I thought I'll search for a quick CS game. I searched for all the maps, Inferno, Dust 2, Mirage, Cache, everything like that. And I ended up getting Dust 2, which always seems to be the case when I search for all the maps. And I just thought, you know what, I actually can't be bothered with this game. I should have just taken Dust 2 out of the map pool because I wasn't in the mood for it. It gets a bit boring, a bit stale. As you can see just then on the pistol round, they came short and I missed a ton of shots. I just wasn't feeling it for some reason. It was one of those games where the first few rounds I just felt awful, like I hadn't even touched the mouse in about a week. So we ended up losing the pistol round by quite a big margin. Then the next round, someone on my team called a force buy.
Force buy go.
Okay.
Honestly, I hate force buys in CSGO, especially when you have less than 2k. In previous versions of CS, it wasn't possible to force buy with less than about $3,000. What you could do is just buy Deagle or a Deagle armor, and that was pretty common on some maps. But in CSGO, with a new meta and people buying scouts in the second round, it can be a bit feasible, but I still don't like the idea of it. So it did nearly work. It came down to 1v1, but we lost. The next round we had to full eco, and I'm going to skip forward now onto the fourth round, the first gun round. So as I said at the start of the video, there was just something about this game. I just wasn't feeling very comfortable or very good. And you can see a guy comes along here, and what the hell? I completely messed up. Usually I will get that guy 10 out of 10 times. I consider myself pretty consistent, and I actually raged after dying there. I was 0 for 4 at this stage now, but I never ever rage in CS. I'm very calm, I'm very confident. I just play, and if I do die, I just call out on my microphone where they are, and it doesn't faze me at all. But for some reason this game, something just fell off, and as soon as I died there, I actually felt mad. So the round played out, and we ended up losing the round, making the score 4-0 in the opposition's favour. Everyone's money was very low from that force buy, so we had to full eco again, and there was just something going on with myself personally. I didn't feel good. I felt mad. I didn't feel comfortable. I just felt like I was going to lose every firefight. So as you can see, the enemy team take full advantage of the situation, typing in ha ha ha, you guys suck hard, ha ha. And honestly, I can't help it. It's always been the same for me. Whenever I see someone type in ha 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 on CS, I just picture a little kid sat in front of the computer. I can't help it. I've always been like that. They might be 30 for all I know. So I type in a quick hee hee back because one day I might have kids of my own. I want to get a bit of practice in of just keeping kids entertained. So on the screen is the second gun round now. We are 0-5 down, and until that kill, I was 0 for 5. I had no kills. I wasn't playing well. As I said before, my mental attitude just wasn't right. So what I did is I just thought, come on, I need to get myself together. I need to get some kills, get the confidence back up, and just get a roll going. So we did win that round. Everyone in voice comms is still pretty positive. Thank God it wasn't one of those games where we go 5-0 down and everyone starts typing in GG and thinking the game's all over. Luckily no one did that. I managed to push out mid, get the first kill and then the second kill, and we're getting round to rolling here. So we're at 6-2 already, and it feels like, you know, we can easily get 5 or 6 rounds of CT on Dust 2, which is all you need really.
Lower tunnel and short.
Too long, one box. Box low HP. Middle last.
Nice, RobuLuS.
So that's how the half continued. I didn't feel like the enemy team were even very good. I just felt like it was a bit of a mental fight because I went into that game and did so poorly at the start. It felt quite hard to drag myself up and get into the mood for this game. But I managed to, with each passing round, get more and more into the game, and the round started rolling in.
Short last.
Yeah, too long. 3 to B.
The rest of the CT half was pretty standard. Everyone was getting their own kills. There was no one going sick, no one carrying. It was all very even kills across the board, and we did end up winning 8-7 in the end. So from 5-0 down to 8-7 in the CT was pretty good, and we were all pretty happy about it. To make things even better, the enemy team had 2 people constantly typing on chat, having a little moan and complaining about things, which just tells you that the enemy team doesn't have a very good atmosphere. So that's always encouraging, and it's something that I like to see.
Incendiary out. Counter-terrorists win. I'm throwing flashbang.
So onto the T-pistol round, always a very important round. Even if you lose something like 12-3 as CT, if you get the pistol round as T and then get the first gun round and the second gun round, the rounds just start to throw themselves at you and you just out of nowhere can get 8 rounds in a row because the CTs have to equal a lot more than you do as T. So it's very important that you get the T pistol round. And we got off to a pretty decent start. We got into A, got the bomb down. I managed to pick that guy off in short. Missed a few bullets on that second guy. I didn't actually think he was there for some reason. I thought he was long, but managed to kill him in the end anyway. So after killing him, I wanted to push on to short, but I saw the last CT, managed to get a shot off on him and then fell back and made sure I called on the microphone and we ended up winning the round. So at this stage, I'd managed to completely turn my mental attitude around. From the start where I was playing terrible 0 for 5 and wishing I wasn't on the server, I was at this stage enjoying it, and what I decided to do on T side was play really aggressively. I wanted to rush them, just get into their faces, because I just felt like they weren't very good, they didn't have very good aim, so I knew if I just got there I should be able to out aim them and kill them before they can kill me. So that's what I did this round on what I thought would be the anti-eco, but they did actually end up buying, so a few of them had scouts and deagles and such like that. So we got into the bomb site pretty easily. The last guy here is out of mid, so it was just a case of defending the bomb site and waiting for him to come to us.
Terrorists win. I'm throwing a flashbang.
So this is the very next round. I wanted to do the same again, just get into B aggressively, get the opening entry frags. My teammate killed this one guy onto B platform. I got that guy who was next to the box and then one guy outside of the bomb site. What I then did is pushed outside to mid. This is something, obviously, if you're in a close matchmaking game, you don't want to be doing this because you could give them potentially a easy kill on you if one of them's out there. And I was pretty much just frag hunting at this stage. I was just in that sort of mental attitude where I wanted to have fun. If I was playing hyper competitively, I wouldn't have left the bomb. I wouldn't have left the bomber site. I would have just stayed there, flashed out, and just waited for them to come to me. But I wanted to just play aggressively and get in their faces.
15 HP left. Nice.
So this is the first gun round here. I went short by myself and flashed myself in, and there was just no one around. So what I decided to do was cheeky, just drop into CT spawn, try and ninja behind them on mid. It didn't actually make any difference because as it happened, my teammates started coming through mid anyway, so I just joined up with them, and it was a bit of an elaborate B split. So that's how we kept on playing the T side. Everything we did was pretty aggressive, getting in the faces. Sometimes you'll try that and it just won't work. But against this team, playing aggressive worked really well. They just couldn't handle it. We kept on stringing rounds together. The CT's got the odd round here and there by doing some set things, like one round they all pushed through B tunnels and shot us in the back. Another round they pushed up mid. Just little things like that caught us off guard because we were playing aggressive. They were getting behind us faster than they would do otherwise. This round was actually quite funny. This is my teammate who was left alive against two. One of them was on short and one was on long. He ended up missing his shots and got killed by the guy at long, who then pushed up to try to defuse the bomb, but ended up getting killed by his own Molotov. That left this one person left on CT who ran round and just couldn't find the bomb until it was too late. So we're getting to the end of the game now. It was a bit of a funny one just because as CT my attitude was all wrong. I ended up going 0 for 5 and not feeling like I wanted to play on Dust 2. I should have taken out the map pool. But anyway, once I got my mental attitude sorted, I played a lot better. We ended up winning 9 to 16, so 16 rounds to 9 in our favour, and I got 29 kills somehow. If you asked me at the end of the game how many kills I thought I got, I would have said about 10 to 15 maybe. I had no idea how I got 29 kills. It didn't feel like it. But anyway guys, I'm going to go now and take a lot of cold and flu medicine and try and recover a bit. So I hope you have enjoyed. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.